The Senate Committee on Public Accounts had during the week invited the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, over some discrepancies reported on the police armory by the Auditor General of the Federation. In a letter read by the President of the Senate, Gospel Akpabio, the IGP sought the permission of the Senate for more time to carry out a proper investigation into the matter. Egbetokun in the letter conveyed his shock and dismay at the turn of events on the issue, stating that the public vilification of the police force during the session was deeply troubling, particularly as the allegations presented were entirely rooted in virtual inaccuracies.
While also conveying my profound shock and dismay at the recent events that unfolded during the Senate Committee on Public Accounts, sitting on Tuesday, 11th day of February 2025. The public vilification of the police force during the session was deeply troubling, particularly as the allegations presented were entirely rooted in factual inaccuracies. This unfortunate incident has had far-reaching consequences, perpetuating a very false narrative about our institution and the force's leadership, both domestically and internationally. The reputational damage inflicted upon our country and its public institution is unimaginable. In the light of this, I respectfully implore the Senate leadership to intervene and to grant the police force sufficient time to conduct a thorough investigation into the alleged missing firearms from the armories as of December 2020.
The Senate President therefore declared that there will be no further discussion on the matter as it was a clear case of misinformation. Charity Tanko, ITV News.
The heartbreak of insecurity. Every night, across our beloved Nigeria, a mother cries herself to sleep. A father stares at an empty seat at the dinner table. A child, too young to understand, asks, "When is daddy coming home?" Our lands bleed. Our roads are death traps. Our homes are no longer sanctuaries. We are tired. We are broken. We have begged for security. We have screamed for answers. And every single time, we are told, we are doing our best. We are fighting the bandits. We are fighting the terrorists. But what if the very weapons meant to protect us are the ones turned against us? What if the hands meant to hold the line are the ones betraying us? Today, we are talking about the missing guns. The missing AK-47s. The ammunition that disappears from police armories, only to resurface in the hands of the very criminals terrorizing our nation. This isn't just a report, it's a stab in the heart of every Nigerian who has lost a loved one, who lives in fear. Let's put a face to this pain. Think of the student kidnapped on the Kaduna-Abuja road, whose life was ended by a bullet from a gun meant for a police officer. Think of the farmers in Benue, massacred in their sleep, their wives and children left to mourn, possibly by a weapon that was once on a police inventory sheet. Every ransom paid, every life lost, every community abandoned, these are the direct consequences of guns that vanish into thin air from the very institutions sworn to protect us. We pay our taxes, we obey the laws, we hope for a better Nigeria. But how can we hope when the tools of our own destruction are allegedly being handed out by those we trusted? The shocking revelation, the Senate probe and policy silence. For months now, the whispers have grown louder. Reports of missing firearms within the Nigeria police force, specifically AK-47s and thousands of rounds of ammunition. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is a matter that has caught the attention of our highest legislative body, the Nigerian Senate. The Senate launched a probe. They summoned the police boss, demanding answers. Where are these guns? Who took them? How could thousands of deadly weapons simply vanish without a trace? And what was the police boss's response? Silence. Or, more accurately, no valid reasons. Think about that. The head of our national police force, when faced with the disappearance of weapons that are literally tearing our country apart, could offer no explanation. Does that sound like a force in control? Does that sound like transparency? The bitter pill, allegations against top officers. But the allegations don't stop there. And this is where the betrayal cuts deepest. Unverified, yet consistent reports suggest something far more sinister than mere negligence. They suggest that these missing ammunition are not just lost. They are allegedly being supplied by top-ranking officers within the police force directly to the bandits. Let that sink in. The very people meant to uphold the law, protect the innocent, and fight against criminal elements are, according to these reports, equipping them. For profit. For power. We don't have all the answers, but the implication is chilling. Our sons and daughters are dying from bullets paid for by our taxes, fired from guns given by those who swore an oath to serve and protect them. A call for justice and accountability. This is not just a police problem, it is a Nigerian problem. Every single one of us is affected. Every single one of us has a right to demand answers. We cannot stand by while our security architecture is allegedly compromised from within. We cannot afford to remain silent while the blood of innocents cries out from the ground. This is a call for justice. A call for accountability. The Senate must not back down. The government must not sweep this under the carpet. And we, the Nigerian people, must make our voices heard. Because if we don't demand an end to this alleged betrayal, then who will? So, what can you do right now? Share this video. Let every Nigerian know what is happening. Use the hashtag. Use hashtag probe missing police guns and hashtag Nigeria deserves answers across all social media platforms. Contact your representatives, call or email your senators and House of Representatives members. Demand they follow up on this probe. Demand transparency. Stay informed, don't let this issue die down. Keep talking about it. Our pain is real. Our fear is justified. But our silence is a luxury we can no longer afford. Let's demand a Nigeria where our police protect us, not arm those who harm us. Let's demand a Nigeria where justice prevails. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. And God bless Nigeria.